Okay, you guys, I got two great things here. I got an LSX. I want to make a test on the dyno. Looking for 600 horsepower. And we're going to take a road test with a 71 Hemi Cuda convertible.
Nick's Garage is supported by Atlas Equipment and K-Tool International.
Hi, I'm Nick, and welcome to my shop. Yes, I got something unusual in my dyno room today. Usually I have Mopar engines, but this time I got something special. It is an LSX Chevrolet block that belongs to a 2011 CTS Cadillac Supercharged. Right now I only have the carburetor on it. It's going to be naturally aspirated because we're just checking the mechanicals. So I also have the temporarily coil packs on. It's held in with the tie rods because this is not the coil pack that's not going to be used with this. This is the coil packs that are off an LS1, LS6 engine. Also, it's been running on this MSD box right here. So this is only for a dyno setup, you guys. And after all, when it's all done, this engine will be installed into the Cadillac, and also the supercharged installed, and then off to the chassis dyno. And hopefully we make some good numbers when it's there.
Nick has already completed testing of this engine with his client, and the results were very impressive. But before he takes the engine off the dyno again, Nick really wanted to share a test with all the GM lovers in his audience.
And of course, I want to show it to you viewers because all the guys were asking in the comments and saying, Nick, what's with the LSX in your dyno when we were showing it off on the live show? Of course, we also had the piston replaced, oil pump, timing chain, and of course, put it on the dynamometer. He just wanted to see how it works mechanically. He wanted to see the oil pressure, if the RPM could go to 6,800 RPMs, if the valve springs were good enough. We also installed heavy duty push rods, and we also had all the valve springs installed with the shims, all individually, like blueprinting it. We also put on a 850 CFM HP Holley carburetor, and that's about it. He brought his own headers. We have the cylinder pressure of about 175, 180. So, you know, it's gonna get a supercharged installed on that with quite a bit of a boost. But for now, we're just looking for roughly 600 horsepower. I'm gonna start her up, warm it up, make just one test, and then I'll show you what it did in the past few days, and we'll see what it does today before I take it off the dyno. This is one for the Chevy guys. I don't want to let you guys down because I do have some Chevy lovers, but this is for the Chevy guys. And here you guys have it, LSX. So we're going to start this engine at 4,500 RPM and take it up to 6,800 RPM at 300 RPMs per second. Okay, here we go. No choke, so I gotta warm it up. to introduce you our mechanic Milan. Milan, welcome aboard. He'll be working with us in the shop. So he just started this week and it's open out, and tonight he's staying with us to see a dyno test on this LSX. So this could be the first time you're going to see one live?
Yes, sir.
First time, eh?
Yeah, man. It's awesome.
Sit back and enjoy. I think we warmed it up pretty well. So here we go, just gonna make one test. We know the results already, but I'm just doing it for you viewers to see an LSX screaming to 6,800 RPM. Okay. You're gonna be loud, eh?
Good.
You got them on? Okay, here we go. There you have it, you guys. This is what it sounds like at 6,800 RPM. And this is what we did. You know, we did roughly 600 horsepower. This is what we have. And of course now, get it into the car, install the supercharger, and off to the chassis dyno. And there's one for the Chevy boys. So don't forget, I didn't forget you guys. I know the Chevys out there and I love them all. Thank you.
Truth be told, Nick has love for all brands of engines, even Chevys. But there will always be a special place in his heart for the company who built the machine he's about to roll out of his shop.
So we've got the engine inside the Cuda. This one here belongs to Ray from Sudbury, Massachusetts. He's got a 71 Hemi Cuda that he brought here because he had some issues with the push rods and running very rich and whatever. So we fixed all the oiling problem. We fixed the carburetor. We installed also a mechanical choke linkage so you could have a mechanical choke to operate it, get it easier to start on a cold day. Matter of fact, it was the only year the Hemi came with a mechanical choke was 1971. So let me get it started. We're gonna warm it up and take it for a drive. Okay, it's open. This is what I do now. I close the door. I give it a shot of gas. I open the door, turn the key, it's on fast idle. There you go. It's on the choke. It's running about 1600 RPMs. So we're gonna warm it up, take it for a drive because I haven't driven it yet. You know, we just had the engine installed and we also had to remove the transmission to put it in because with the Tremec 5-speed, it's kind of difficult putting in the engine with the Shoemaker mounts. So we're gonna have to warm it up and take it for a ride. You know, probably some of you are saying that, hey, you're taking the car for a ride without the hood, without the air cleaner. It doesn't matter. We're just going to take it for a few minutes. I got the cameras on the linkage on the driver's side. You guys can see how the linkage operates on a Hemi. You know, we've done on the six-pack. So now for the first time, we're doing it on a 426 Hemi. So we're going to give it a few minutes, warm it up. Then we're going to take it for a drive, leave the cameras on, and see how they operate. So just give it a few more minutes, warm it up, and we'll take it for a drive. Yes, I'm going to kick it up and down the street just to make a little test, and that's all I care. And after that, we'll put the shaker back on, the lid, the filter, and of course the hood. And this is the first time I'm doing a test with a Hemi with a camera on board on the linkage. It does not have vacuum secondaries because the secondaries are internal. So you're not going to see it, but the camera has to be on the top, which you see on the Dyno. But in this case, we're going to do the linkage on the road. And you can also have the sound effect of a Hemi opening up on the street. The moment I warm it up, I'm going to give it a shot of gas. It's going to fall down on the idle. Right now, it's on the fast idle choke with the mechanical linkage. That little linkage, Ray bought it on eBay. It wasn't cheap. So he bought it, sent it to me. I made it fit in the carburetor so it can work like a 71 Hemi with a mechanical choke linkage, like so. Right there. And there's the cable. 1 year only, 1971. The last year of the Hemi. And this one here has the Tremec 5-speed, not the 4-speed new process. It's got the Tremec 5-speed with the overdrive. So I got to get used to the shifter. Okay. Oil pressure is good. We got no leaks whatsoever. And if you guys wanted to know, this is the rear seal that I used for the first time, made by Fast Fish. It's a one-piece rear oil seal that you have to spiral it on the rear crankshaft. I put it on. It seems like it's working. Looks pretty good. But I have one more to try just to make sure that it goes well like we did on this one. You know, we've been playing with rear seals for a while. We did one for Kendall, we got that one fixed, and so far, so good on this one. And for some reason, we had to replace the distributor. You know, we made 47 tests on the Dyno with this engine. Then all we did was drop it in the car, and all of a sudden, it didn't want to start. So Manny and Robert had the distributor replaced, got it running, so now we got it tuned. Now I need to take it on the drive and see how it goes. Yep, the hose is hot. That means the thermostat's open. Okay, watch this. I'm going to give it a shot of gas, and the choke linkage will fall off, which is right here. Now it's on the fast idle. We give it a shot of gas, it will drop down to the curb idle. Like so. There we go. There's your curb idle. That's the humble idle that people talk about. It's got an original camshaft. You know, we replaced it with factory specs because I could no longer get a reproduction camshaft from Chrysler Mopar Performance. So Bullet had one designed as a copy as the original cam with a flat tap and hydraulic lifters. And of course I used milling flat tap and lifters on this one. We also bought new push rods and we installed the new piston rings. He had the engine rebalanced, new oil pump, and of course the cylinders were honed. So I'm just about ready to take a drive. You guys ready? Let's go for a ride. Okay, here we go. were asking me, why don't you have the top open? You know what, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna bother with the top right now. I'm just gonna take it for a drive. Let's see how it goes. Let me get used to the shifter. I have never driven this car.
As soon as Nick started driving the Hemi Cuda, it was taking him down the street, but it was also taking him back in time.
It's very strange. You know, I used to have a 71 Hemi Cuda hardtop automatic for 27 years with my brother. I remember selling my Challenger, 70 Challenger with the 3.3 Magnum, and my brother sold the Model 302 Mustang, so we both saved up money together to buy a 71 Hemi Cuda. And on top of that, we had to put a few more dollars because the car was not cheap when we bought it back in 1974. And we've owned it for 27 years. And of course, we did some street racing, so we were the, what do you call, the gang to beat in the streets of Montreal. Let's see now. Well, this thing could spin tires for a long time. Okay, here we go. Everything's good. I'm going to pump the clutch now. Here we go. Wow. Wow, this is crazy, man. Oh yeah, this sure gives me the shivers of the day when I had my Hemi Cuda. Yes, sir. Speedometer works, RPM, oil pressure. We have fuel, temperature, it's charging, we're good. Clock is working, but who cares what time it is? All right. Man, this car can spin tires from here to heaven. My God. It just, you know, I had to let go or else the tires would just keep spinning. And he's got some big Biff Goodrich tires out there in the back, but the amount of torque this thing has with this 5-speed, It's awesome. I'm going to take it at a slow pace and see how it goes. After all, you know, I like to test my cars before I deliver them. Here we go again. I'm just gonna gun it. There we go. Jesus, what a shit. Bang, bang. I think we did enough. You know, I just wanted to make sure that the pedal works, the shifter works, the belts don't come off. Here for noises. You gotta look for all these things, you know. After all, you know, you build the engine, you put it in the car, you want to make sure it goes good before you give it to your client. Now I'm going to gun it in second gear. Here we go. Here we go. Let me pass the sewers, and here we go. No backfires whatsoever. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. No backfires. Looking good, looking good. Ray, this is your machine, buddy. Yeah, it sure brings me back days when I had my Hemi Cuda. 1971. It sure brings me back a lot of memories. It's looking good. Okay, I think we've done enough. Okay. See if everything's in place. Looking good. Got the same idle. No noises. Perfect. What more can I ask for? There you have it. 1971 Cuda. Of course, with a 426 Hemi. Yeah. Awesome. This is awesome. This is what I look forward to. You know, you want to make sure that when you beat it, kick it, rev it, you want to make sure it doesn't sound bad. You don't want to make sure it's any steam. or any oil leaks or whatsoever. Ray, if you're watching, there she is, buddy. Now I just need to get that fuel line to return the vapors back to the tank, which I have a few pieces on order. I still have the heat tube to put in the back. I also have the fuel line return to put on, but for the vapor, which I haven't received yet. So there's a few little technicalities. Of course, put the air cleaner back on and the hood. Man, it sure reminds me of my Cuda, let me tell you. Especially when I floor it, when I gun it. It's just awesome, just awesome. Listen to that idle. Listen to that idle. That's the Hemi Humble idle, you guys. Listen to it. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching us here on Nick's Garage. Till next time, and thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And again, thank you for joining me on the ride.
Nick sure had a great time driving the Hemi Cuda, but the car taught him a lesson today as well. Nick had never had the wheels off this car while it was at the shop, and when we checked the slow-mo footage, we noticed that the lug nuts were loose. From now on, every wheel gets the torque wrench before we hit the street.
And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.